Can you guess the music in the background? If you can hear it, if you can't, whatever. Today's video, I wrote something the other day saying let it be, why do I keep trying to figure things out when I can't figure things out? But here we are again, switching mind states, and keep thinking about interactions between people in life and all that type of stuff. And I had some other epiphanies lately, and I came to some very strange, coincidental, yet convincing ideas. So I was thinking, why is it that, I was talking about love before, and ulterior motives, and you never really know what person's going in it for, and why is divorce rate 60-40, and difference between males and females, and then I started to think about evolution. Now, I don't like evolution, the thought of it, but I started to think about like animals and how we're just animals on Earth, and I started to think about, I wonder what are the similarities between different animals and human beings if they act the same. So I just looked up some real quick ideas, and for anybody that's like an animal, bug, insect expert, don't get offended if I said something wrong. I'm not an expert, but I looked up some things and I was very shocked at what I saw. First things first, one of the questions always asked by men is, why do women always date dickheads, assholes? Well, I was looking up animals, insects, creatures in general, how they find mates, what they do to reproduce, blah blah blah, this and that, and I came across something that it was basically talking like this: if it was a cricket, a lot of animals, yeah, they have scents, they spray, they have sounds they make, they have colors they have painted beautifully and whatnot, and there's a lot of different things animals can do. But I read this part and it was really shocking to me. Let's say there's three crickets in a field, and the crickets chirp, or whatever the hell it's called, chirping, and so the male crickets are chirping to appeal to the female to get her to come to them. Well, on one side you would think, okay, well, what's the chirping for, and how does she differentiate between one and the other? Well, in a lot of cases, they don't actually see the cricket, know the cricket, know if it's reproductively legitimate, know anything. All they do is they hear, and they hear the closest one to them, and they go to that one. Not because it's the best choice at all, but because it's all about predator and prey. A cricket thinks, okay, I hear one and it's a foot away. I hear another one, could be a better prospect, but it's 7 feet away. For a cricket, that's far. In a field, it thinks to itself, okay, the likeliness of me dying to go 7 feet for this to reproduce is retarded. So I'm going to go for this one that's right here because it's easy and I won't die. Women do the same thing. Naturally, a lot of people do the same thing. Women do the same thing. They tend to just go for the guy that's loud because they can hear him and it's easy, and he's the one who came up to him and said something. That tripped me out. Another one was being territorial, and long story short, they're frogs. It was like a frog or a toad or some shit like that, and there was the specific frog. What he does is he kind of like stalks his potential mate, and he'll look across and watch her, and when another frog comes up to make his move, this fucking frog will actually gather his friends and go and um, like scare the frog away. Very territorial, like a lot of men do. It's super weird. You know, hey guys. That's how I talk when I'm at the bar with my friends. Hey guys, yo man, look at that motherfucker over there talking to my bitch. Let's go fuck him up. And then they go get their friends and then they go fight the guy because ain't nobody gonna fuck with my girl, right? And okay, here's the good parts. Then nobody commented on this. I was upset because it was very important. Um, there's this thing called old cow syndrome where it's basically I think it was the name was coined from a movie, and then it was talked about in this blog the other day. The blog title I believe is called "Better Than the Movies," to give her credit. But old cow syndrome is basically male cows. I don't know what they're called. It doesn't matter. Male cows basically don't have sex with the same cow more than once. Actually, when they have sex, so they have to switch them off. They have sex with one to breed. He'll have sex with one and then he'll literally be like repulsed by her. He won't go near her. He won't look at her. She's basically gone to him. And they'll have to change her out. They bring in a new one, a new female. And even if they try to change her scent and whatnot, he's like, nope, been there, done that. And they call it old cow syndrome because the old cow is the old cow, and then he's got to get a new one. And the reason why the woman talked about this is because I'm going to talk bad about males and females here, so anybody can cry about it, but like I said, this is a lot of truth here, so it's whatever. I think we get a lot of backlashing men, and we never get to talk about women because women are all in this feminist movement and fuck you, we don't talk about us, we're sensitive. So men are like that, you know, and we have sex with somebody and oftentimes, you know, the woman will say, well, he changed. Well, that's because a lot of us, we have sex and like our spirit and soul and energy and life comes out in our semen. So the worst thing a lot of times you can ask a man to do is to cuddle. That's the weird thing about men and females, is that that's the last thing we want to do. When we have sex, we don't want to kiss no more because all that drive is gone. Yeah, sure, there's that cool guy who can fuck 12 times and is always horny. But most of the time, we want to get the fuck up. We want to go smoke a cigarette. We want to go eat something. I'm hungry after I bust a good one. We don't want to cuddle. We just don't. All that affection and sensitivity and all that stuff is just gone. It has to build back up, if that. But a lot of times, that's why men, we do what we do, and we go at certain times when we want to conquer certain territories, as in different females, because we go with one, and our side of the animal nature is to just go in and go out. That's what animals do. Look at a lion. Look at the male cow. Look at all these things, right? So I'm at 8 minutes. Fuck. Go back to the females. There was a situation with a guy I know, and back in the day, and his girl got pregnant, and all of a sudden she was a complete fucking bitch to him. And I was thinking about female animals and how that's what they do. They breed. They breed. They breed and then they move on, and then they find somebody else to breed with, and they just keep breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding and breeding. And a lot of species in general do this. I mean, look at microbials and fucking organisms. They just breed. Everything does this, right? So I knew another guy back in the day who he's like, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened, but once my wife had kids, she was a total fucking bitch to me. Another one, once my wife had kids, she never fucked me anymore. Well, that's because naturally, as animals, that's what we do. The woman already got what her natural instinct needed, which was reproduction. And when she had the child, just like when we bust, it all went away. She's like, okay, now this guy may just be here to be a father. Now he may just be here for finances because we're human and, you know, we're animals with money. But it's all like this natural progression, and now I see why like divorce is 60-40, and why, you know, men are like, you know, women are manipulative, and why women are like, men just leave. Yes, it's all true. Men do just leave. Old cow syndrome. And are women baby makers? Yeah, kind of. I don't want them to be. I don't want you to be asking me for a baby. But that's nature, and that's what seems to be happening. And so, um, yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and I see now, um, it's almost like a lot of people, they just, oh, here's another good one. If, Christians, they try to say that animal nature, natural stuff is a sin, like, oh, killing is a sin, and all this, and all people talk about vegans and all this stuff, and that's nature. Animals are territorial. Look what they do to each other when they're in each other's territory. Look at dogs piss on places for sense. Look at, they're fucking eating each other. They're fucking everything. Um, just look. This is nature. So the problem with Christianity is, oh, and sex. Oh, sex is for the devil. Sex is sin. You have to be married. Animals don't get married. They just fuck a lot. You know, and that's natural. That's fucking life. It's not a sin. It's you just being an animal. That's what it is. Um, and to go further, naturally, so males are breeders, are fuckers. We like to fuck a lot. So if we get into a relationship, we're probably going to be in there to fuck a lot. And if we get married, we're probably so we can marry somebody we can fuck a lot. Women like to breed, so they get married so they can breed and 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 have families. And I think that's why people get together. And you hear a lot of people that are just like, I just want to have babies. I just want to have babies. I just want to have babies. And if you can try to say that, oh no, that's just a choice and it's just something people like to do, have kids. How many children do you know? My niece is a little girl. She doesn't know much about anything. A wonderful little child, and I will tell you what, she wants a baby now. All she does all day is carry her baby around, put it in a stroller, put diapers on it, dress it up. This is naturally how we are as animals. So we can fight it, but it makes a lot of sense to me. And I see now why there's all this turmoil and why men are like, man, she changed all of a sudden. She looks at me as a paycheck. She takes a child and she leaves. Well, yeah, of course, that's what they do. And women say, man, he fucked me a few times and then he left. Yeah, that's what males do. A lot of them. This is all. Not everybody's like this, and and you have your different people, but a lot of it. So I don't know, man. I thought that was interesting. People probably get butthurt, but I think that's really a legitimate thing to look at. So 3 minutes over, but sorry.